you always have to remember that things that are part of a cycle, there's an end of the cycle. So be careful. My point is that you can buy or not buy. Don't feel bad when you open Twitter and you see people being happy about that, because it's normal. When you bought something and something went up in value, obviously you're happy because you called it right. You give yourself a good papa on on the shoulders, and that's great.
Maybe, guess what?
What?
It's shitcoin season. It's officially shitcoin season. Pepe's go to the moon. Everything else is going to the moon. What the hell's going on? We're going to break it down. We're going to break down also everybody's reactions to it, the positives, the negatives, the emotions, because honestly, people have been feeling a lot of emotions these past couple of weeks. So let's just break it down. Let's start with the nice segment that we do on the live stream called Maybe Does the Markets, not live edition. So maybe I'm going to go to Pepe's page on Coin Market Cap, and I need you to walk me through what is going on in shitcoin season land.
Oh my God. First of all, disclaimer, I don't own any Pepe. So
Disclaimer,
I'm not doing
I
this.
bought. Yeah, this good disclaimer.
Let's do
Disclaimer.
a disclaimer.
Disclaimer, I bought some maybe like 5 or 6 days ago when I realized like what this is and that I don't think this is going away. And it was a good decision because it hasn't gone away. It's only just gotten bigger as the days and hours have gone on. So that's my disclaimer. Not here to pump bags. We don't really do that on this show, but this is becoming a part of crypto culture. People are going to remember this probably a year from now, so we have to talk about it. So
we're going to remember that this was
video.
shitcoin season.
And Pepe is really the one that started it off. Okay, maybe it is the markets and scene.
Pepe really went crazy since they started. It became a whole movement on Twitter. Like, you just cannot open Twitter without seeing Pepe, people talking about Pepe. You go in the trending section and it's all about Pepe, mostly Pepe. I see also other coins recently that are starting to pick steam, and I see also a lot of mentions in the trending section as well. But obviously Pepe got to a 1 billion market cap, and that's the thing, that it's the craziest, and this is the coin that became the craziest during this season. For me, it was like a whole new world, because I never traded coins. Like, even in the past, I mostly bought Ethereum and Bitcoin only just to hold in a very, let's say, responsible way. Never did any trading on any of the other coins like Doge, Shiba, nothing like that. So this was for me like I learned a lot during this season about how people trade coins and how it works with the pumps, with the hype. It's kind of similar of what happened with some NFT projects in the past. I'm not gonna lie, it feels like Twitter changes, everybody talks about the same thing, and then you feel FOMO, and you feel FOMO hype, and you just jump into it because you feel like you're missing out on something. Okay. This is how I see.
Yeah, maybe before we get into like some of the lessons and what you've learned, I wanted to just quickly talk about like the genesis of it, like where, like, and I can break that down. So the coin launched, it looks like it was the 16th or 17th of April. So this is about just over 2 weeks ago now. And I want to give a big shout out because he's he likes to joke on Twitter that he's a fake mutant that called the next big meme coin, and fake mutant as in he's a Gucci Girl mutant NFT WAP. And so he's been a familiar name in 10KTA for quite a while, and that's where the actual PFP of the mutant, Gucci mutant, comes from. And he, from what I understand, is one of the earliest people that called this one of the earliest people that got in and just made like a crazy call. He got some alpha from somebody else to that this is going to be the next SHIB, and I'll find the tweets and we can put them up. Because he tweeted them out a few days ago, and it's kind of just built from there, and he's gained a lot of notoriety on Twitter, and yeah, it's just been this crazy tear. And once Pepe took off, I realize it's not going away. I'm like, okay, I kind of understand what's going on here, and we can talk about maybe some of the deeper things that I think are going on here and why it's becoming such a force. But it's only just been rocketing since today. We're recording this on a Friday. It reached a I want to say 6 billion market cap at its peak. It's now down to about 1.3 billion, but it crossed 1 billion. It's being listed on Binance. It's being listed on Kraken. It's being listed on Crypto.com. These are all happening today. KuCoin as well. So it's just been this crazy tear. And at one point, even the Pepe coin Twitter account got banned, and for like a week, the main account was just banned. But the movement persisted, and they got it back somehow. And it's just been this crazy swing. And like you said, one of the lessons is that when one of these things happen and captures the attention of everybody, then people start making copycats. We saw the exact same
Mhm.
behavior with NFTs
Yeah.
last year when Goblin Town came out. It captured everybody's attention. They ran up to 10 ETH, and we saw so many derivative Goblin Town esque,
Well, let's go
projects
two
and people
years
doing
ago
same things.
with apes.
Yeah,
That's the real
yeah,
genesis. Like, how many Bored Apes derivative projects were out there? Like,
yeah.
crazy. Like,
And they minted out
anything. Yeah, and they minted out all of them. Crazy.
because everybody was like, well, I miss this one, so I want to find the next one.
Yeah.
But oftentimes I feel like that's a mental trap, because it's like chances are, if this thing it really is a movement for the other coin to succeed, this one will continue to like go up. Again, not financial advice, just kind of what we've seen. But it's like, instead
But we
of
have seen
you
other
buying,
coins being successful too. Like,
well,
especially
yes,
if you have been late in Pepe, we have seen other people jumping early in other coins and making big gains. The
yeah,
same with NFTs. The thing is that it seems like there is a shorter lifetime on those coins because people are
right,
jumping
right.
in just like for the initial rush, so to buy, and then I'm gonna sell as soon as I can. While with Pepe, it seems like people have this belief that it's just going to continue to go. So holders have stronger hands in general.
So let's get into some of what I think sociologically is happening, like with this thing. So here's what I've seen. A lot of what it looks like Pepe was about was that this was a coin that had a fair launch. It wasn't, people didn't pre-mine it. It wasn't VCs pre-mining it, and it wasn't like the quote unquote big influencers in like NFT Twitter, crypto Twitter, that bought them early because they got the alpha. It looked like it was a much smaller, more quote unquote regular group of like crypto Twitter, NFT Twitter participants that like got the information early and bought. And as it's become a movement, they obviously have the biggest bags, and they've won the biggest. And all the other influencers, the bigger ones, with the 10s, 20s, 30s, 40,000 followers and even more, they didn't know about this. And so you were seeing this behavior where it's like a lot of the bigger influencers feel like they were left out, or like they might feel they're out of touch. And so they kind of are not happy with Pepe, or they're kind of salty and bitter, and they're I don't know what the word is. I don't want to put emotions into people's mouths. I'm not trying to like make fights or light fires or anything like that. I'm just trying to, like, I think, process and try to explain what I see is happening. But I've seen a lot of like just negative tweets about Pepe Coin from like the bigger influencers, and so naturally, the people that supported Pepe early on are now saying you're just coping and seething because you missed this, whereas it was you guys were the ones that were dumping on us in every other pump in the past, because you guys had the insider alpha group and you guys got in early. So kind of see all this behavior, and I'm like, oh, like this is kind of like crypto Twitter class warfare of like the upper influencers versus like the normal people, and like the normal people won because they got in early, and the influencers feel like they've missed out. And that's just from, I think, when I kind of started understanding what's the engine behind this, like where is this energy coming from, putting beside the fact that Pepe as a meme has been a very long-standing meme, the frog, is everywhere. I kind of put two and two together, and that's when I'm like, oh, okay, I don't think I'm late. I should buy in right now. And I think I bought in at like maybe 250 mil market cap, and because I had a feeling, I'm like, one, I don't want to like and it's not that I knew the prices was going to go up or anything like that. It was more like, I don't think this is going away for at least a few months, if not more. Two, I don't want to have to open up my Twitter feed and see just everything Pepe and be reminded that like I still haven't invested in anything. And three, it's like that just creates like, I think, messed up emotions. And so for me, I'm like, for my just emotional well being, I'm gonna put some money in that I don't mind if it goes to zero, just so that when I open up Twitter, because it's my everyday Twitter, crypto Twitter, I'm not like, it's still going up, and like, all the emotions that kind of come with that I think a lot of people are experiencing. So that's kind of my take on it. That's kind of what I've seen, and that's kind of what prompted me to like go into it. And it's been a fascinating experiment because, again, $1 billion for a meme coin is no simple feat. A lot of coins try, many fail. This is getting on in like the last cycle. We had Shiba Coin. We had Floki, I believe, as well, that reached in the billions of market cap. And
Yeah,
for Pepe to do it in like
crazy.
17 days, it's kind of nuts. So that's my whole take, and that's kind of what I see that's happening and why there's like this force behind it.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I can give my own take, which is from a person that is not invested in it. To all the people that are not invested in it and don't want to be invested in it, it's just like, just let it be. Like, I know that last year I was not in coins, and so many people made a crazy amount of money with these other coins that you just named. It's just that I didn't know, and I had no problems with it. Everybody could make money. People could become multimillionaires. Why this year is different? Just because I'm in the space and I see Twitter, I don't care. I don't think I'm gonna buy Pepe. I have no interest in it. I didn't do enough research. I still have the doubt that it can drop whenever, because you know how it is with trends. There was a period that um, everybody was buying a specific product crazy. Like, I don't know if you guys remember fidget spinners. Where are fidget spinners right now? Do you have
Yeah.
one? Where are they?
No.
Like, you always have to remember that things that are part also of a specific period or a cycle, there's an end of the cycle. So be careful. Obviously, we're not giving any financial advice. My point is that you can buy or not buy. Just don't, don't feel bad when you open Twitter and you see people being happy about that, because it's normal. When you bought something and something went up in value, obviously you're happy because you called it right. You give yourself, a good papa on on the shoulders, and that's great. But yeah, just accept it. And the only problem I have right now with Twitter is that I don't see any more NFTs on it, and that makes me sad. That makes me sad because I like NFTs. It's like I go to a soccer game and then they're playing volleyball. And I'm like, yo, I like soccer. Why are you playing volleyball? So my whole Twitter feed now, it has changed. It's all about coins, this, that. And even if I'm okay with it and I'm trying my best to really don't care too much, I miss NFTs and I miss NFTs communities. That's my favorite part, and that's what brought me to the space. I wasn't even using Twitter before, so yeah, that's like more of like what I miss about how my Twitter was before. But at the same time, I'm happy for the people that made money in some way. Like, I'm really trying to detach myself from having bad feelings just because I didn't get the alpha, I didn't buy in, and all the things that you said before.
Yeah, and I think like that's a good point because we're mostly NFT people. I put a
Hmm.
tweet out yesterday or a couple of days ago, and it was about it's like a quote by Charles Darwin on evolution, and it's like, it's not the species that's the strongest or the smartest, it's the one that's most adaptable to change that survives. And so that was kind of like a tweet where I see a lot of people in NFTs that say, I don't like coins because they're speculating and it's a Ponzi and it sucks, and I like NFTs and I want to speculate on that. And I think people placing a lot of like moral judgment on one or the other. And to me, I don't necessarily place I don't separate the two because I see it as like a like this is what crypto Twitter, NFT Twitter is focused on right now. This is the meta game right now. The meta game is always going to be changing in this great online game, and so and there's always going to be a new player that's going to get introduced. So right now it's Pepe Coin, and that could go away just as quickly as it came. It could go away just as quickly. Easy come, easy go. And then there could be another player that's in the game, and maybe it's an NFT this time, right? Because I know 1 year ago we had Goblin Town. Goblin Town was the talk of the town. People are talking about how it's going to be the next BAYC and X and Y and Z, and I mean that obviously wasn't true. Like it didn't have enough staying power, and so it's not to say that I don't think Pepe is going to be a big coin or anything like that. It's more just things adapt and change really quickly in the space.
We had Nakamigos not so long ago. Let's remember
Nakamigos,
that. It
yeah.
was like, I think it was the last one before shitcoin season started.
And actually, I think a lot of what I saw was I know NFT WAP, who made an early call with Pepe. He also was, I believe, he was in Nakamigos as well, and so I think it was the Nakamigos kind of like subculture that migrated that energy into Pepe Coin. So I thought that was a fascinating thing where it's like a sub community of Nakamigos got alpha as well, and then they migrated to Pepe, and the energies in that now. So it's kind of just like it's so fascinating because there's all these themes of like class differences and like just sociological behavior and all that that's playing out on Twitter feed right now, and it's really fun and cool to kind of watch with like an observation, um, and then also like just see different people in different situations and see how they behave. I think for us, we've never been big people that degen too hard. Like we're degens, but we're not like crazy like degen into everything. Um, and I think because we want to like document the culture of the space, and I think that's what we care about most. And so Pepecoin, it'd be
It's
it'd be
happening.
in it's happening. Like no matter what you feel about it, it's happening right
Yeah.
now. And maybe next week it's not, but right now it is. And so we're like, we got to talk about Pepecoin. Like this is crazy. Like just to see the energy about this and just give our perspective on what we think is happening in this space. Where do you think it's going? Maybe where do you think Pepe Coin is going over the next few weeks, or maybe shitcoin season in
Well, I
general? Where do you
feel
see it
like,
going?
well, Pepe itself, I see it being like the most stable of them. Probably is gonna keep like a pretty important role as a coin in the future. But like Doge and these other coins, yeah, every now and then you hear talking about it, but it's not gonna be like daily news, daily millions of tweets about it for sure. So I think obviously that the talks about it are gonna uh, you know die a little bit. It's just natural, it's normal.
Yeah.
And regarding the whole season, I think like there's always cycles, so I'm sure that something new is gonna come, and we're gonna jump into that, and we're gonna think about this period. Remember, that was shitcoin season, and maybe like in a bit we're gonna have another shitcoin season. We're gonna be jumping into that
Yeah.
again. It's just how the space is. We had a crazy bull market, then now we're in a crazy bear market, or at least we were. It's just things change, things evolve. If I can give like a little advice to people on Twitter, guys, you can use the mute button and just be nice to each other, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. If you're feeling a lot of emotions, you can mute specific keywords as well. So if you just don't want to see something on your timeline, do that. I'm of the I take the position that if something is going to trigger me like this, what's the action that I can take that flips that around? And for me, it's like, okay, if I like, let me just put some money into this so that instead of every time I see it, I feel negative emotions. Every time I see it, I'm more just like, oh yeah, I'm on the same side now. That's just kind of how I see it. Uh, for us, I think we're builders. We want to build something really cool in the space, and we're working on that. And it's just fun to see like these kind of like just movements pop up and see the energy behind them. I love that, and kind of just see how all these players in the game of crypto Twitter and NFT Twitter and how they react and what roles they take on. And it's been a really fun past couple of weeks. I'm not going to lie, to watch And then for me, learning as well, it's to just get over my own ego to say that, like, like, okay, like, like, am I quote unquote better than this? Like, am I going to place a moral judgment on this, or like, what's actually happening here? Can I learn more about it and appreciate what the energy is about? So that's been a fun little thing we've been working on as we work on the damn show and as we do our thing every damn Monday and every damn Thursday.
So, final thoughts, as I was saying before, just be nice to each other. We're all in the same situation. We all wanna, be happy, make a little bit of money if possible, but also have a nice time together, which is the most important part of all of it, in my opinion. Communities build, and you know, get to experience things together. So at the end of the day, this is just gonna be another experience that we experience together, and it's gonna be part of our memories. That's how I see it as a community-centered person.
Yeah. So we'll leave off with, in the comments below, guys, let us know what's going to happen with shitcoin season. Are we going to continue this for a few days, a few more months, or like, are we watching the birth of a new Dogecoin? Let us know in the comments below, and like and subscribe. We come to you every damn Monday, and check out the other episode on Meebits. We talked about their Meeb update on a Monday, and come visit us on Thursday, live stream at 5 p.m. Eastern. It's a great time. We have fun. We do funny accents. So if you like NFTs and you like fun and you like crypto, I think you should come check out our Thursday live streams at 5 p.m. Eastern time. We'll catch you there. Take care, everybody. This has been Atara and Meby for The Damn Show.